Hey, welcome to the what? Let me bang, man. Let me bang. Got
Julian
banged.
Lane versus Mike Perry.
Let me bang. Got banged.
Instant. No, he didn't, though.
He got banged.
No, he didn't. He didn't. So listen. What? Let's start from the beginning. Julian Lane versus Mike Perry. 5 minutes on the clock. Let's go on and get it going. Here's the thing, though. He went out there. I thought this fight was going to be over real early.
Mm-hmm.
And Julian Lane, I don't think he's known for a granite chin.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Mike Perry is known for knocking anybody out under 70. And
yeah, so I like how you stuck that in there.
So,
stuck that on in there.
Anybody over 70 talk shit, get hit, he gonna put them out. But what I'm saying, though, is I get the idea that he may have faded a little bit as the rounds went on. But Julian looked like, I don't want to say he pushed the gas pedal more. It just looked like he was going the same speed the whole time, like the little tortoise that could. You know what I'm talking about?
True.
And at the end in round 5, I'm looking at this like, he got a couple of those meeps in, and I was like, Mike Perry might be in a little trouble here if he don't stay on his feet.
Lane won round 4 and 5, but Perry won first 3 rounds.
First 3 rounds.
And then the first round was a 10-8 because he hit him with I don't know exactly what
it was. It was a jab.
It was a jab.
It was a jab.
But hit him with a jab, and you could see Lane's body just go limp for a second, and he backed up and he was wobbling. And I felt like Mike Perry was gonna put him out. Mike Perry should have put him out because his hands wouldn't have been as bad as they were at the end of the 5th round if he would have put him out in the first. But I don't think he had enough time on the clock to do so.
Yeah.
But Lane came in the second round and started hitting him with a straight jab to his face. And the big thing I feel like Mike Perry doesn't have that's going to hurt him later on in BKFC if he continues on, because after you start messing your hands up like that, you go back into the house and say, do I really want to do this? But the biggest thing that he can't do, or I don't see he can do very well, is move that head, because Lane put a straight jab to his face several times, and you could see that Mike Perry's face just blew up like a balloon by the end of the 5th round off of some straight jabs. He wasn't doing anything but straight jabs. It was straight punches to the middle of his face, and he was getting hit.
You want to know the most tragic part of this fight?
What?
I really thought Mike Perry's shorts was going to be a lot cooler. He platinum Mike Perry. Like, I swear I thought he was going to go like over the top boxing style when Mayweather came out in all leather or some tassels or something. I just knew it was going to be something like that.
I guess he needed his first paycheck first before he did all that.
Go ahead and get it out the way.
Hitting old people will do that to you.
You know, it'll get you broke, man. They got good lawyers.
Yeah.
Mike Perry comes out, gets some, drops him, boom. Now, they're calling it an instant classic because it was all offense, no defense.
Oh, there was no defense at all. There was no head movement. There was just straightforward hit me in the face.
And as a fighter, I feel bad for enjoying it. Like, I feel so bad. Like, I feel like y'all should move your heads and like do things. But I'm also like, hey, just punch each other and see which one fall first. I like that, but
hey, you could really see that Mike Perry was like, hey man, hold your head still so I can punch you right in your face.
He hold him in. Look, I gotta point that way. Look, he holding his head like, hey, be still. He like, just stand here and let me hit you so I can get you out of here. Yeah. And then what he do in the post fight? The post fight was so cringy. They couldn't get the mic to work. They couldn't get the mic to work. They couldn't work the mic for Mike. And then he called out for the belt, but the dude that's fighting for the belt was also doing commentary. And then like he didn't take that shit lightly. So now he cutting a promo from the announcing seat. And I'm like, bro, just call the fights. That's one thing I like about like a UFC type promotion when you got Cormier or somebody out there. The fighters in the cage, they give them their due. And then after they get done, then they go to their ass if they need to as the champ. He start cutting a promo on like, man, can we get to the next fight, man?
Yeah, man, I
What
didn't
is
feel like it was
happening?
appropriate at the time, but it is what it is. Mike Perry just coming in brand new. He's been in the BKFC for a little bit, and he's put his fist to face, and he's done what he needs to do to get his championship bout. But it's just one of those things where he doesn't understand why Mike Perry would come in and think that since he has one dub, he can get that championship. So I understand
And
how
it
you
wasn't the
feeling
greatest
at that
dub.
moment.
And
Yeah,
I
it was
agree
not.
with him.
It was not.
It wasn't the greatest dub. And that's okay. That's okay. And even Mike Perry was like, look, hey, I gotta figure out what this whole barehanded fighting is. It ain't they bones are harder than them old people I be punching.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so he'll get that figured out. What do you think before we move on to the next one? What do you see for Mike Perry? Do you see success for Mike Perry in
No.
BKFC?
I don't feel like he can move his head. I feel like Mendez can evolve and get better standing up because I feel like Mendez does a lot more head movement. He does a lot more body movement. He does a lot more putting himself in a position to be more successful. And then he uses some of his MMA style to get closer so he can get in his opponent's body so he can get an uppercut or something. I don't feel like Mike Perry moves his head enough. And I feel like if he gets against the wrong BKFC fighter, he's going to get knocked out quickly. Because it's one of those things where if somebody's watching this fight and they've been fighting BKFC for a while, you can knock Mike Perry out in the first 5 seconds. Seriously. Because he's not going to move his head.
Break your hand on his head. He got a hard head.
It is what it is. So, hey, that's why they say knuckle up.
Knuckle up.